There are two types of people in this world. Not rich, not poor, but thinkers. Because before money changes, mindset changes. And that's where everything begins. You can give two people the same amount of money, the same opportunity, the same starting point, and years later, one builds wealth. The other stays stuck. Why? It's not luck, it's not intelligence, it's how they think about money. Let me show you something most people never realize. Imagine this. Two people. Both have $100. The first person thinks, this isn't enough. The second person thinks, this is a start. Same money, completely different future. That right there is the difference between a poor mindset and a rich mindset. Because poor thinking focuses on limitations, rich thinking focuses on possibilities, and that single shift changes everything. Let's break it down. The first difference is how they see money itself. A poor mindset sees money as something to spend. A rich mindset sees money as something to use. That's a big difference, because when money comes in, the poor mindset asks, what can I buy? The rich mindset asks, how can this grow? One creates expenses, the other creates assets, and over time, that gap gets bigger. Now here's the second difference, risk. This is where most people get it wrong. A poor mindset avoids risk completely. They say, I don't want to lose money, so they do nothing. They stay safe. But here's the problem. Playing too safe is the biggest risk of all, because money that doesn't grow loses value over time. Now, the rich mindset, they don't avoid risk. They understand it. They control it. They take calculated risks, not blind risks, not emotional risks, strategic risks, because they know something powerful. Risk is not the enemy. Ignorance is. Now let's talk about time. This is where the gap becomes massive. A poor mindset wants results fast. They think, how do I make money quickly? They chase trends. They jump from one idea to another. And because of that, they never build anything real. Now, the rich mindset, they think long-term. They ask, how do I stay consistent? They understand something most people ignore. Wealth is not built in days. It's built in habits, small actions done repeatedly over time. And that's why patience becomes a superpower. Now, here's another difference. Learning. A poor mindset avoids learning. They think, I already know enough. Or worse, they don't want to spend time learning. But the rich mindset, they invest in knowledge because they understand the more you know, the better decisions you make. And better decisions lead to better results. Now think about this. If two people make different decisions every day, even small ones, after a year, those small differences turn into massive results. That's how wealth is built, not by one big move, but by thousands of small, smart decisions. Now let's talk about something deeper. Emotions. This is where most people lose. A poor mindset is emotional with money. When they see prices go up, they get excited, they buy. When prices go down, they panic, they sell. They follow feelings, and feelings are not reliable. Now, the rich mindset, they stay calm. They don't react, they respond. They follow a plan because they understand emotions destroy discipline, and discipline builds wealth. Now, here's something most people won't tell you. The poor mindset focuses on saving money. The rich mindset focuses on creating money. Saving is important, but saving alone will not make you rich because there's a limit to how much you can save, but there is no limit to how much you can earn. That's why the rich mindset focuses on growth, opportunities, systems, and income streams. Now let's get real for a moment. Most people are not poor because of money. They are poor because of habits. Because if you give someone with a poor mindset more money, they don't build wealth, they increase spending. But if you give someone with a rich mindset even a small amount, they multiply it because they think differently. And thinking differently changes behavior. Behavior changes results. Now here's the truth you need to hear. You don't become rich by chance. You become rich by design, by building the right mindset, by making better decisions, by staying consistent, even when it's boring, because that's what most people can't do. They quit too early. They expect fast results, and when it doesn't happen, they stop. But the rich mindset, they keep going, even when nothing seems to be happening, because they trust the process, and eventually, the results show up. Now think about your own mindset. When you get money, what's your first thought? Is it, what can I buy? Or is it, how can I grow this? Because that one question will decide your future. Not today, but over time. And time is what turns small differences into life-changing results. So if you want to change your financial life, don't start with money. Start with your mindset, because once your thinking changes, everything else follows. You'll make better decisions, you'll take smarter risks, you'll stay consistent, and that's when things start to shift. Slowly at first, then faster. And before you realize it, you're not the same person anymore. You don't think the same, you don't act the same, and because of that, you don't get the same results. That's how real growth happens. Not overnight, but over time. Now here's the part most people ignore. You don't need a lot of money to start. You just need the right mindset. Because once you have that, even $100 becomes powerful. Because it's not about the amount, it's about how you use it. And that's what separates people. Not income, but thinking. So stop comparing yourself to others. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start now. Start small. But most importantly, start thinking differently. Because that's where everything begins. Most people will watch this and go back to the same habits. But if you're serious about changing your future, don't just watch, apply. And if you want to actually understand how money works, how to grow it, and how to build real wealth, subscribe. Because this is just the beginning.